Hello, everybody. Dr. Rick here, dropping in on you. I'm hoping that everybody is having an unbelievable week to this point. It has been highly engaging for me. We're excited about what's going on here at the Visionetics Institute, which is a subsidiary of Rick Wallace Enterprises, and some other things we have going on in some of the other entities. But what I want to do right now is talk to you about something that's only happening today, and I'm going to tell you why it's important and why you want to try to be within the small number of people that we're going to offer, well, we're going to accept. For today only to 5 p.m., and I don't think it's going to last that long. But 5 p.m. is when we're cutting off one way or another. But for the first three people, we are offering my platinum coaching, life strategy, counseling, whatever it is that you need to focus on, a year's sessions, 52 sessions, a $10,500 value for $1,000. It's important because it is leading into, and I actually got with the marketing guys that I work with in the UK who handle my marketing, because normally I just jump off and I start making offers, and we talked about reeling that in because we are transitioning the company to the next level, and prices are actually going to be going up. And but I got with them, and this is a good way to actually, as they put it, put disciples into the world. In other words, people who may not be able to afford the prices that are going up, or people who may have been wanting to work with me and just a little bit away from what we charge. This is an opportunity to bring them in, work with them, and challenge them to go out and pay it forward. Obviously, at the price I'm offering it, it's definitely not, I mean, I'm talking, it's like a few dollars an hour, but for 52 sessions, for $1,000, it's mad crazy. But I want to work with people who want to change their lives. And I think that this is an opportunity to do that. Some of the things that you're going to get is, when working with me, is number one, a personality assessment, to gain an understanding of how you naturally are, what your natural strengths will be, how you tend to move. Um, Another will be a DISC assessment, which is going to determine your tendencies and strength, how you operate in situations. So are you a natural leader? Are you a rebel? Are you a conformist? And there are strengths and pros and cons into all of that, but you want to know how you work. A lot of people will tell you that your greatest advantage is strengthening your weaknesses. No, your greatest advantage is actually knowing your strengths, operating in your strengths, and partnering with people who are strong in the areas that you're weak in. That's what makes great marriages. That's what makes great business partnerships. Trying to be good at everything is a way to make sure you're not great at anything. I'm not saying that you don't improve your weaknesses. Let me tell you how I improved my weaknesses. I learned what my strengths were, and I doubled down on them. Whatever my strengths were, I wanted to be super better than I was at it. So I really got in on it. And then I found people who were exceptional at the things that I struggled with. And then I brought them into my circle. And by being around them, I became better at it. Association brings about assimilation. You associate yourself with people who are excelling in places that you're not, and you will automatically improve because they will pull you along in the draft if you have drive. So that's something to think about. But you're going to get all of that. You're going to get an assessment of your personal state. Where are you actually at right now? Financially, relationally, career wise, everything that matters to you. Where are you at right now? Now, where do you want to be in a year? The question in the subject says, what if you had a year to change your life forever? Could you do it? The answer to the question is yes. How you're going to get there is what most people don't know. What it's going to take and how much it's going to require of you, most people aren't willing to give. And that's why 1% do beyond what's exceptional. Another 4% does above average and are considered successful. And the other 95 are in that package of average and mediocre, not because they aren't exceptional within their gift, not because they don't have what it takes, not because they didn't get the breaks in life. Everybody that I know personally that has done what I consider to be something remarkable or exceptional had major barriers. I don't know anybody. Well, I may know some now, but I didn't grow up knowing anyone or initially come in contact with anyone who grew up with a silver spoon in their mouth. The people that I know, the people that I like working with, are people who pulled up their pants, tightened them, tied their shoestrings tight, and got out there and moved with purpose. Here's the thing. Life is about purpose, whether you understand it or not. Life is about having an understanding of what matters to you the most and the way that you can have an impact on this world the most. The more you buy into it, the more you focus on it, the more you center your thoughts, the more you will become what you should be. You are never going to achieve the excellence within your gift trying to be someone else, trying to conform to someone else's idea of what you should do, acquiescing to someone else's opinion of you, or sitting up and following what everyone else does. Rollo May, one of the most respected psychiatrists of the last century and exceptional authors, once said that the opposite of courage isn't cowardice, it's conformity. What is that? I'm going to do what everybody else does. I'm not going to challenge myself to think outside of the box. I'm not going to challenge myself to move beyond the barriers of what everyone else is doing. And what happens with that is we get into this box called average. And because everybody's in it, nobody's challenged, nobody feels out of place, nobody really looks at the fact that there's something outside of the box. And then when somebody does get outside of the box, they become alienated because they had the audacity to think outside the confines of the constructs of what keeps people in the box. And so what do you have to do? You have to break the conformity. You have to break the idea that I have to be like everybody else. You have to break the idea that I can get something remarkable, something exceptional by doing what average people do. Now, the problem, even with the school system, is that they have created an idea that average is a win, average is acceptable. You can literally be below average and successfully complete your school coursework throughout high school and graduate and actually receive a diploma saying that you successfully completed school, with literally having put forth 70% of what's considered excellent and still be accepted. Here's the problem with that. Nowhere in life are you going to be rewarded for being 70% of what's expected. Nowhere in life are you going to get on and be given a great pass at something that you consider you're doing 70%. Matter of fact, the people who are getting on are getting to 100 and finding a way to give more. So not only you're going to get that, you're going to get 52 sessions with yours truly. We're going to break down where you're at. We're going to break down where you want to go. We're going to create a strategy. We're going to work it. We're going to look at some of the things that are inhibiting you, limiting beliefs, old paradigms, ideas that came from how you were when you were young. Here's the thing. Absolutely anybody who decides that they are going to do something above and beyond what they've ever done can do it. There is no such thing as suffering is my lot in life. Poverty is my lot in life. I actually included the short version of my bio in this description box. I just want you to get an idea of the amount of energy and effort I've put in to being a person that's capable of helping people at the level that I help them at. This is somebody that's jumped off and say, man, look, this life coach thing has been doing. I was doing it before that. I've had an interest in psychology since ninth grade. Decided in 11th grade that my life was absolutely going to be dealing with human behavior, thanks to Dr. Francis Cress Welsing and on the Phil Donahue show. And the rest is history. I've written 25 books, the latest, the War on Black Wealth, Breaking the Black Code, but I've written some books about human performance. I Am the Power of Personal Declaration, Critical Mass, The Phenomenon of Next Level Living. Look, we got together over the last, 6 to 8 months, and we've done a lot of market testing, a lot of market research, and everybody agreed that I'm actually undercharging for the service I'm offering. So we market tested bumping up the prices, and actually where we're taking the prices, which I think is a significant bump, and which I was comfortable with, just for the sake of fact, I don't want to blow people completely back that I'm really trying to reach, but I've got to take my business to a level that's going to do the things that I set my goals to do. But we market tested it, and The market is there for it and more. And so that's where we're going to go with it. That's where we're going to take it. But this is an opportunity for people to get what I offer, the same service. You're not going to get anything less than the person who in September is going to pay $15,500 for that platinum package. You're not going to get anything less. The thing is, you're going to get in at a ground level. And the only thing that I'm asking for the 3 people who take advantage of this is that as you learn, you pay forward. As I give you what I've got, as we shape your future, you turn around and you give it to someone else. You teach them what you know. You pass it on. What I want to do is I want to be not just affecting your life. I want to infect you. I want to infect you with my knowledge. I want to infect you with my confidence. I want to infect you with my passion. I want to infect you with my insight. And why is it that I want to infect you? Infections are contagious. I want you to go out and touch people that I can't reach, people that I'll never meet, people that will never see me. I want you to be an extension of the blessing that's been given to me. And I want you to be that blessing. So please, this is an opportunity. Again, we're only going to do it today or until we get to the limit of 3. When 3 people do it, that's the most that I can do. Looking at my calendar and how I'm trying to really manage this and balance this out, 3 is all I can take. Because again, if you look at it and you do your math, $1,000 for 52 sessions is basically me saying, hey, I'm going to do it for almost nothing. It's about you investing in yourself. That's what that $1,000 is. It's about you investing in yourself. This is a $10,500 course. And I have a significant amount of people who have not only done it with me, but have done it once, twice, and 3 times. I say, well, why would they do it 3 times? Because every time you do it, you're getting further. You never stop growing. That's one of the things that I get excited about every day when I wake up. I'm never my best. I'm never the best I can be. People have asked me, and you've probably heard me share this. People have asked me, who is your hero? Who do you look up to? And I guess they'll want me to say, if they're from the vein of Black awareness, they probably want me to say Malcolm, who is probably the person I admire the most outside of my father, C.D. Wallace. But, you know, I have a certain admiration for Dr. King, Marcus Garvey, Medgar Evers, Khalid Muhammad, Dr. Naeem Akbar, Dr. Amos. I got a bunch of people in that vein. Then I've got people who were exceptional in other veins as business people who taught me the world of business, who may not look like me. And I look at none of those people are my heroes. And I had to give some serious thought to that, because I used to use that term a lot about Malcolm. And then I sit up and said one day, you said, you know what? No matter how much I study Malcolm, no matter how many films I watch, no matter how many quotes I read, no matter how many books I read, no matter how many times I read the autobiography of Malcolm X, I'm never going to be Malcolm. You know, but I can have the same type of impact in the world in the area I operate that Malcolm had in his. But I can't do it as Malcolm. Who can I actually look at and aspire to be that I can become? The version of me 5 years from now is my hero. When I look 5 years from now, I'm not this person. I'm a person that's become wiser. I'm a person that's become smarter. I'm a person that has mellowed. I'm a person that is now more patient. I am a person that is more understanding and tolerant and willing to deal with people and meet people where they're at. I'm a person less judgmental. Just all the things that I think that are so important if you're going to have an impact and you're going to have people receive you that you can't be. And so that's my hero, that person in front of me. So then I wake up every day knowing that there's something I can aspire to. There's something I can strive for. There's something I can move towards. That's what wakes me up and pushes me out. I'm not only getting better, but I'm getting better so that I can help people. I'm getting better so that I can apply the gifts, the skills, the disciplines, the 30 plus years of work to become who I am to people so they can take off from the platforms that they're on, the things that they thought trapped them, the beliefs that have been holding them back, the ideas that they can never get beyond a certain point. I'm going to remove the ceiling. I'm going to help them do that. And in order for me to be my best, I have to wake up every day and decide I will grow today. And that's the beauty of it, being able to grow. So again, in that description box is a link. Only 3 people will be accepted. The first 3 people that sign up, when they sign up, it's set to automatically shut down. I'm going to take those 3 people. I'm going to set them up for their initial consultation. We're going to get started, and we're going to turn the next 12 months into the most epic 12 months of your life. And I don't care where you're starting from. If you knew my life story, never knew my dad. When I say never knew my dad, never met him alive. First time I saw him was at his funeral. Born to a 15-year-old mother who could not handle me. I almost died while in her care because I was malnutrition, taken by my great-grandparents, her grandparents, and adopted at 2 years old and reared in the inner city, a place now known as Killer Park. And that's just the start. But here is, all right, Ominix, have a great day. Here's the thing. You can get there from wherever you're at. You can get there. That's my challenge to you. And I want to help you. So for the first 3 people who are willing to take advantage of this, the link is in the description box. For everyone else, we're going to be doing some crazy things this month, but that platinum package is the flagship. That's the biggest one. I doubt if we're ever going to do this again. It definitely won't be done once the price goes up, because we'll be delivering it differently, and we'll be doing a bunch of other things that we're really working hard on. But I'm going to continue to bring you content. All the content I put out here is no charge for that. But if you really want to anchor down and literally put a timetable on your assault on your life goals, it has to start somewhere, and it has to be deliberate. It has to be intentional. I am one of the best at getting you there, and I want to work with you on that note. Look, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Again, the link is in the description box. For the remainder of the day, or until 3 people sign up, you're going to be able to get my $10,500 platinum package. That's 52 sessions over a year for $1,000. On that note, look, I'm out of here. You guys have. Yes, it's for women. This is actually my business. Hey, how you doing, Miss Kiefer? This is for anyone. This is my business. So this is for anyone who needs to make a change in their life. Anybody that's facing frustration, difficulty, not being able to get to their goals the way they feel like they're locked or stuck, or they know they could be moving faster, or they procrastinate a bunch. Anything that if you're not on your A game and you're really out there being a life changer, this is for you. And like I said, I'm only accepting 3 people. The first 3 who sign up, the link is in the description box. But yes, I'm accepting anyone over the age of 18 or over. I would prefer more seasoned people because they're going to be committed. They're going to understand the value of it. But I start at 18 as far as this particular program is concerned. So on that note, I'm going to get out of here. I can't wait to see who the 3 people are. On that note, I'm out. You guys have a great day. As I always say toward the end of my videos, I live my life on full so that when I leave this place, I die on E. People sometimes ask me what I mean. Those who have followed me for any time know. But let me explain for the people who may be watching this for the first time. One of my mentors, someone I had the pleasure of meeting at a conference and connecting with and corresponding with primarily via email, the late, great Dr. Miles Monroe used to always say that the cemetery is the wealthiest place in the world. And he explained it by saying you'll find books not written, businesses not started, potential not tapped into, relationships not developed, and inventions not created, ideas not explored. And they took them to the grave with them. And so I made up in my mind the first time I heard him say that I would not take 1 ounce of my potential to the grave with me. There are 86,400 seconds in a day. How you spend those 86,400 seconds is going to determine the outcome of your life. Will you simply have existed, or will you leave a legacy? That's the question. So on that note, I'm out of here. You guys have an unbelievable day.